today we have something special for you and me, hopefully. I just ordered a new mouthpiece. It's an old mouthpiece actually, vintage Chedeville mouthpiece. So what I mean by vintage mouthpiece is that it's, first of all, it was made, I believe, somewhere between 20s, 40s, somewhere around there. I think the more famous vintage mouthpiece from this era is the Henri Chedeville, but this is his cousin Charles Chedeville who actually made the blanks for Henri's mouthpieces, but it's got his own name on it. But these are supposed to be pretty good, so I saw it on eBay for a very affordable price, so I thought I'll try it. I mean, it's not like I need another mouthpiece, but so here we go. I just got this yesterday. Didn't have time to get to it yesterday, but okay, so here it is. Let me just look at it. So it's got the stamp right there. Charles Chedeville. Says MO, medium open, I guess. France right there. Rails look okay, kind of worn out a little bit. But I mean, what can you expect? It's a very, 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 very old mouthpiece. But considering it looks good, and it doesn't really look refaced. Let me see. Under the light. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Definitely someone's got to it. In the inside especially. But that might be from, when they first, maybe they were sold like that. So they didn't come with a mouthpiece patch, so I'm gonna have to borrow one from one of my mouthpieces because I don't have a new one lying around. So I'm just gonna quickly rinse this with water before I play because given the times, COVID, Be right back. Okay, so now, one of the reasons why I was curious about this this mouthpiece, was because it seemed to me that I actually tend to lean toward more vintage style, modern mouthpieces. So, at one point I was using a lot of M30s, M13 Lyre briefly, M15s here and there, which I'm using these days, as well as the Richard Hawkins mouthpiece. I've used a few of those. Charles Bay mouthpieces, a little different, very different in the opening, but this is very, very tight. But okay, and I'm using my vintage R13, like the vintage model, not just the vintage. Okay, so when you're trying new mouthpieces or old mouthpieces, people have different opinions, but I like to try with a brand new reed because, reeds, when you use them with a specific mouthpiece or mouthpieces, they start forming to the mouthpiece that it's being used with. So, brand new one. I don't really like to soak my reed in water these days because I find that actually warps the reed a lot more because, it's kind of like when your lip gets chapped. Some people like to put water on it quickly to hydrate it, but that actually, when it dries, it draws more moisture out of your lip, so it actually makes it worse. So you should always put lip balm or something to actually hold the moisture in. So my idea is it's kind of the same. So when you're wetting the reed, if you're using water versus saliva, it just kind of dries quicker and dries the cane more, I find. So that's my validation or justification. So we're gonna try 3 different mouthpieces, and you can tell me in the comments or whatever what you find. So first up is the Chedeville, and I've never played this before. Obviously, I don't know what to expect. The seller said try with the Vandoren Blue Box 3. That's a little soft for me usually. So, whoa, actually this has a bit of an opening. So maybe 3 is about right. But it said in the description that it had a dark sound, so we'll see. Whoa. I don't know about dark right now, but actually really cool. Very free blowing actually. I don't think I need a 3. That would be way too free blowing. In fact, I might be able to use a 4 on it, but just as a comparison, let's see what it sounds like. Actually, yeah, why don't I break up a 4? So I found the 4. I'm gonna try the 4. And you might think, hey, that's such a waste of reeds. I mean, I don't have to throw these out, so. Yeah, so more rounder sound with this reed, but of course it's harder to play. But it's okay. It's comfortable. It's comparable to maybe my M15, maybe a little closer facing. Okay, so let's try something. Wow. I actually woke up like an hour ago, and I just dropped off my wife, and I haven't even warmed up, and this just kind of plays. So, okay, so let's play something lyrical. Okay, so Rose. Let's do Rose number 1 from the 32 Etudes. Oh, sorry, I got some spit in there. Yeah, I got some spit in there. Sorry, my bad. So I don't know if it's because it's really dry today or it's very spitty right now. So I apologize for the I don't know, the grossness of my playing. Wow, it's already been 12 minutes. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the same things on my other mouthpieces. Maybe I should swap. That might be a good idea. I'm just gonna put my reeds in a Ziploc bag so that they don't go too dry. So while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna quickly put this in here. Swaps. Ooh, I forgot how tight this was. Wow, but I think it plays great so far. I mean, it's definitely very vintagey and very like, it's got that bite to it, but it's not like the thin bite, it's a dark bite. If that makes sense. And then when I say dark, I'm not talking about like this kind of, you know, unclear, fuzzy, round sound, but like very clear, very dense, kind of this vintagey sound. I don't know how else to describe that. Okay. So the next thing I'm gonna play is the Vandoren M15, which I think is actually, let's go in a more chronological order. This is the Richard Hawkins R model. This is one of the older ones, I think. Maybe not, I don't know, I have no idea. But this is probably made in early 2000s, I'm assuming, or, okay. So number 4 again, let's see. And I don't usually play this long on a brand new reed. I play like for like a minute and then put it away, but for the sake of this, I might have to throw this reed out. It might be dead after this, but I think it's a worthwhile experiment. Right away, way warmer to me, but also less volume, less clarity maybe. Okay. Okay. A little harder to articulate because I think it's got a longer facing and it's like thirdier, I guess. But I'm just coming from this and I'm not warmed up at all, so it might be just, I'm used to that one now. Okay. Another rose. Sorry, I don't know why I keep messing up around there, but I guess that kind of shows you my attention span. I guess I can't focus more than, I don't know, 4.5 lines. That's okay. So that was the Hawkins. So I played Chedeville, Hawkins, and now we're going to the Vandoren, M15. These are made today. This is not made today. This is not made today. Now, Chedeville, the name was bought by Jody Jazz, Jody Espinat, and they're making very different mouthpieces under the same name, but not the same blank, not the same style at all, in my opinion, because having played that. I'm not saying which is better or worse, I'm just saying not the same thing at all. And then the Hawkins, again, I haven't tried the new Hawkins Bakun mouthpiece, but from what it sounds like, and from having talked to the people who've tried it, and also like involved in the design and looking at the rails and the design, not really the same mouthpiece, and the tuning also not really the same, because the Bakun stuff used to be flat, and the Hawkins is on the sweet spot, I think, very in tune, and this actually is also very in tune to my ear. Maybe if I listen back, I'll be like, whoa, this is crap. I don't know. Okay, now we're gonna try the M15. Now, one thing we have to take into consideration is that this is a brand new reed, number 4, and it's getting played right now way too much for my liking from the beginning of its life. So it might not be as lively as the other demos in the reed department, but let's try it anyway. So there's really, the point is there's really no way to objectively try mouthpieces, but this is you can try to be as objective as possible, but as controlled as possible, I should say. Okay. Ooh, so different now. Ooh, this reed is getting a little warped already. Told you. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I messed that up. Sorry. I was fighting the reed because it's just, the reed was like, whoa, what is this mouthpiece? It's not really agreeing with it. Yes, I'm blaming the reed and not me. But I am blaming me. I'm not warmed up, so. Okay. And okay, so anyway. Enough talking. Okay, so for my playing experience, this was a little lower in the throat tone. It's a 13 series Vandoren mouthpiece, which means it's a flat mouthpiece. Okay, so they market it like, oh, it's an American pitched mouthpiece. I think it's actually even a little too flat for most American setups. So actually, I play on a 65 barrel because of that instead of a 66. So I was On these mouthpieces, I was kind of like shading some of the throat tone notes to bring it down. But this one, I did, I think, a couple times and it was too flat. But maybe, I mean, I'll find out when I listen back. So anyway, what did you think? I mean, let me know in the comments. Sorry, I should have warmed up before I did this. But anyway, hope that was interesting or mildly almost interesting. But again, this reed, I was right. This was way too soft for the M15 by the time I tried this. Actually, maybe it might be interesting to now go back and try the Chedeville and the Hawkins. Just a little bit. I'm not going to play the same things again to torture you. But you made the choice to be watching this, so you can always turn it up. Not turn it up, turn it off. Turn it off, not turn it up. Don't turn it up. And right now it's like, I don't know, it's still pretty early in the morning. I don't know if my neighbors are too happy with this. But you know, rent is pretty cheap here, so you get what you pay for. Yeah, still like holding up the sound. So this has a shorter facing. I'm feeling, so the articulation is more crisp and more immediate, more predictable. And these ones are a little longer, the Hawkins and the M15, especially M15. It's like, I'm more used to M15 right now because I've been playing almost all M15 recently. And just took out the Hawkins yesterday to demonstrate it for a student. And then I was like, oh, I actually like this. I mean, I used to play this a little bit, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, it's got like kind of like this husky kind of sound. So let me go over there and try the same thing. Did it make any difference? I don't know. Now I'm gonna try the Hawkins. I'm not fit enough to be able to do that more. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I should play the Beethoven too. But... So what I'm noticing in the Chedeville, the body is like fatter, so I have to kind of turn my screws in a little bit more for the other mouthpieces. Oh, so this is the Hawkins. Okay, I'm not gonna shade this time. Okay, I'll shade a little bit. And what I mean by shading is, if you don't know, the throat tone notes, like, you know, G, G sharp, A, B flat. Some people like to put down other notes to make it more clear or more like maybe lower or higher or whatever. So because they tend to be kind of the gross notes of the clarinet. It's very unclear and like scuzzy or fuzzy. Scuzzy, is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, so let's try that over there. Okay, so wow, the Hawkins is actually so nice. It's so warm. Okay, and then M15. But Hawkins, I have to say, to my ear, is not as loud as the Chedeville, which might be, for me, better in teaching settings, because sometimes I, after I play a show and I have the same setup and I'll play that in a lesson, they're like, my students are, kids have usually better hearing than the oldies like I do. I'm not an oldie, but some students of mine call me a boomer, so I don't think they even know what a boomer is at that point, but wow. Yeah, this M15 is not liking this read at all, but okay, let's go over there. Oh, sorry, I won't shake this time, it was so flat. Okay, so should I try the Beethoven too? This video is getting very long. It's turning out to be one of my longest videos, if not the longest. Yeah, I think I'll regret it if I don't. So, let's go back to the Chedeville. Now the reed is getting really, I won't be able to play it for anything. Maybe a practice reed, but... Well, you gotta play a good reed for practicing too. By the way, I did a rapid testing for COVID yesterday, just because, and it was negative, so, fun fact. Okay, so, Chedeville. Okay. Oh, is that what I played before? Yeah. Okay. The reed is getting a little gross, but... Yeah, very, very vintagey vibe. It's I don't think my younger colleagues would be so into this mouthpiece. In fact, I know they won't be. Kids who didn't grow up with old recordings. Imagine growing up without YouTube and having to listen to only CDs and records and tapes for your source of music. That was me. Still doesn't make me a boomer. Boomer is something not my parents are even too young to be boomers. Okay, now this is the Hawkins. Okay. Yeah, something about Hawkins is very comfortable, but I think this mouthpiece is getting a little old. It's not very, it sounds a little tired. It's going, you know. Okay, so now the M15, which has not been kind to this reed. That's not, okay. I'm just gonna raise the reed a little bit. Ah. Yeah, sorry about that. My left hand is still waking up, so. Yeah, that was a terrible experience. This reed is not so into this mouthpiece at all. But anyway, wow, 33 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, good. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't offend you with my playing or these mouthpieces or my sound or my way of talking or whatever. If I did, you know what? You should probably, you know, not watch this anymore. Anyway, yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.